Hello everybody, welcome to another Assassin's Creed video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at something found after you've completed the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC. If you haven't completed the DLC, do not watch this video. I would recommend that you complete the DLC first, otherwise this could ruin it. I say that because we're going to be discussing the fate of one of the main characters in the DLC, Sutekh. Yeah, that dickhead. But before we do get into discussing the fate of Sutekh, it is important to understand just how big of a character he is. And the final cutscene of the DLC main questline sums that up perfectly.
I think I could manage on my own.
Can you?
I once thought I had no one left in the world. Now I am a descendant of Ramesses the Great, and I have a family bigger than I could have imagined. Small price to pay. Thank you, Neb. What will you do now with that horror? By Ra's light, I do not want it.
All the more reason you should take it. You better than anyone knows what it can do. Bury it, and all memory of it.
All right. But not here. There are no secrets left in this valley.
There must be one more, Sen.
You restore Ma'at, then leave? If that is what you want, then no one will hear of you from me. Hey, Bayek. We will meet again in the Field of Reeds. I will see to it. That is all right. We do not need any help. We will close all of this up in a moment.
So Bayek trusts Sutekh enough for him to hide a piece of Eden. Bayek trusts Sutekh enough to leave a piece of Eden with him. And if you don't know how dangerous a piece of Eden is, you've had 10 games to figure it out. So this makes Sutekh a huge character. And yes, I'll say that name wrong 100,000 times in this video. So now that we've established just how big of a character Sutekh is, why don't we go into his fate? The reason why you're watching, this is going to beg more questions than I have answers, so this is going to be an open-ended kind of video. So to find this cool little nugget, come to this location in the southwest corner of the Upper Egypt map. When you arrive, besides from the snakes that you'll have to fight, you will be met by this.
No. Is this Sutekh? He deserved more than this fate. And the relic is gone. I pray to Amun he hid it well.
We find Sutekh's corpse. Of course, without the piece of Eden that Bayek trusted him with, because either he hid it or somebody took it, and considering the nature of his death, it could either have been the snakes that killed him, or something else. But like I said, this is a narrative world, and Sutekh is a huge character now. So, we can assume that it's a bit more romantic than just dying by snakes. No, the developers wanted us to find this. They wanted to hint at something. But what? So Bayek trusts Sutekh with hiding a piece of Eden. Sutekh shows up dead. Who do we know that would kill for a piece of Eden? And who would cover their tracks up? The Order of Ancients. And considering that Sutekh shows up all over the place, he'd probably be quite easy to find. They could have easily killed him and left him in a snake lair to cover their tracks. They could have then taken his piece of Eden from him before he could hide it. And considering how when you finish the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC's final cutscene and then go straight here, you find his body, I'd say that Bayek found his corpse not long after he gave him the piece of Eden to hide. Meaning there's a good chance he didn't manage to hide it. Also, if he managed to hide it and died just via snakes, I don't think Ubisoft would really dress up that scenario. They want us to question whether or not Sutekh managed to complete his task. So the only thing that really explains this in my mind is sequel bait. it was placed to keep up the potential of a sequel in case they decided to do one, which I think they should do because Bayek is fucking incredible. On its own it really wouldn't be much, but there are plenty of other hints towards a Bayek sequel. Moving back to the question, how did Sutekh die? I have narrowed it down to a few ways in which he could have died. He could have A, been killed by the snakes, B, been killed by somebody after his piece of Eden, or C, driven insane by the piece of Eden to the point of suicide. The latter of which would not explain why he does not have it, unless the insanity manifested after he lost contact with it. He could have died anyway really, those just seem like the most plausible. And considering that in a game everything is done for a reason, I'd say that Sutekh was probably killed by somebody after his piece of Eden, and then dumped with the snakes to cover up their tracks. If this is the case, it would definitely be a sequel him, but since we know nothing, this could mean everything, but at the same time, it could mean nothing. So let me know, how do you think he met his end? What do you think it means? Is it a sequel setup, or is it just a cool little Easter egg? There isn't really too much to go off, but at the same time, it surely means something. But anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you all very soon with another video at some point.